District of calm, flowing lakes that rest between tall mountains, tall green trees, and grasslands with flowers that bloomed unexpectedly, hidden from the rush of busy people. Not a trace of muddy steps along sidewalks. Scenic natural beauty follows for acres, acres you could never count. The current continues to calmly flow, for it is not being interrupted by society. For the smell of the fishy lake, the stones placed perfectly around its edges, green grassy mountains that stand so many feet above you. Staring there for longer than a minute makes it all so surreal. Its beauty is painful. The inspiration of the strong natural habitat and calm current not disrupted by the busy society can be all too much, for there's too much to see. Too many feelings clashing against you, not as calm as the lake stirring in front of you. So beautiful, a chill runs down your back. As you lose your eyes deep into the water, we forget about the violence under the shore, how rough it might be for a fish just swimming by, animals attacking each other under and over. For all we see is the difference between our natures, how our world can be so outrightly violent. We forget nature can fight too, or we just want to ignore the truths. Tell ourselves that peaceful, pure, and innocent beauty truly exists within our limits to witness it. For this place is a muse, a thought. The lakes lay in the back of the mind begging to be written on a page, to view the world's natural past and make the ghosts tell stories. For its history could never die as long as it's written down. Between the lakes and the history, the veil of death thins. As we begin to think of the places and people before us, we find that not even nature is immortal. So what gives our minds the right to feel invincible? As strong as the roots underneath the grass? Even the lakes could die, just as we do. Each time another dream upon the lakes comes to be, the veil of death in our mind unknowingly slips, placing us farther into views we try to avoid by running off into the lakes. Our minds aren't built to not think. Even the lakes can't make that go away. While nature has its own free will, it won't help us gain more freedom of mind. Raindrops slowly fills the lakes, waters the grass. The sun soaks up the mountain's moisture, and the night cools it off. However, this system is fragile like ours. An unexpected hurricane, tornado, earthquake could come and release its violent terror against the blooming flowers, tall green grass, and beautiful stone mountains. While being marked as immortal, nature has its own battles. For its unpredictableness is its own worst enemy. It takes years to build over land, but only one day for land to destroy itself. Perhaps the true question is if the undisturbed lakes are more vulnerable or strong. They survive past our time for one thing, but their systems are like ours, very easily broken and not easily fixed. Maybe the lake's famous steady, calm currents aren't so stable. Maybe we just can't tell whether or not the current is rough. The lakes hold massive amounts of power, but it holds the most questions for how we can look upon the breathtaking scenery and ask ourselves, why can't we shape our minds based off the lakes?